Um,
What's up, party people?
Yo, yo.
This episode is sponsored by Medieval Times.
No.
hey.
Go get that rose.
Get that rose.
Alrighty. So, as you all finish up exploring the rift to the astral plane, kind of weighing heavily on a few of your minds, as Astra continues leading you through the Scorched Grove, making another day's travel, pushing a little bit farther than the day before, as you try to make up a little bit of ground before the target moves once more. The afternoon does go through without incident, feeling a little more fatigued, drinking a little more water than before as you venture deeper and deeper into the grove. But evening does fall and night does fall as you start to cozy yourselves up once more. Stop me if there's anything you'd like to do as you start to kind of tuck yourselves back in, preparing for the night. Aurora, I'm just assuming you're doing the dome unless you tell me otherwise, each night keeping you safe. And as you all start to kind of just tuck in a little bit and start to kind of curl up, Apoc, you notice as you are kind of closing everything, not closing everything, opening up your bedroll, closing up your backpack, and starting to bed down. You notice under your sleeve that there is a kind of light coming from your wrist, kind of like a band.
Can I look at it?
As you look at it, you notice the contingency band
Oh.
that you've had on since Cam left you in Brackenmill.
My God, I thought it was a spider from the fucking rift. I was gonna lose it.
You notice that the band is glowing.
Ooh.
It's like a little bit.
Has it ever glowed before?
It is not.
Can I try and figure out what's going on?
You can read the item.
I closed my page.
Okay, I can read the item for you.
No, I got it. Can I like run outside, run out the tent?
Yeah, it's just a clear dome, so you can easily run outside.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Can I try and focus in on it?
On the band itself?
Yeah. And just think of Cam.
Go ahead and make me a wisdom check. Just straight wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
You can make me an insight check, actually.
Insight?
Insight works.
Okay. So, it doesn't change anything. $17.
17. It's been almost a month-ish, 2 weeks, 3 weeks since Brackenmill. A lot has happened in that time since Cam vanished, left you all in Brackenmill, and you met Aurora. The contingency band that you have one and Cam has another. You've had on your wrist, but it has never activated before. 17, you said? You know your friend Cam well enough where, in order for this band to be activated, he has to be saying your name and thinking about reaching out to you. You know when he left, he was only thinking about Pip. You get a feeling that something has changed where he's reaching out to you now.
Okay.
It's hard to tell what from a glowing band, but
I just want to like touch the band and whisper his name back.
it keeps glowing. It kind of started to fade and glows back up again.
Yeah.
And would just stand outside the dome for a minute, a beat or two. Until the glow just temporarily fades back out to this twisted band that it was before. This like braided leather band, sorry, that it was before.
I hope you found whatever you're looking for. We're in the Grove. If you want to find us, could use a friend or two right now.
Hey, Apoc, we're all getting going to sleep. Don't stay out too late.
Go for a second. I thought as if you were speaking, like as if you were Cam. Just like just comes behind him, like.
Hey, you got a second?
Yeah. What?
Could you reach out to Cam for me?
Could try. But how so?
I mean, you can send messages, right?
Yeah.
You just see if he needs help.
Yeah, I can try. I go back into the tiny hut, rummage through my stuff because I'm very much in my silk nightie at this point. Get a piece of copper. What did you want to say?
Could you say, oh, hey Cam, it's Apoc. We're still here in the Grove. But if there's anything we can do to help you, let us know.
Pass that along.
You send the message. Wait a beat. You wait a beat. And then you hear a raspy voice come through on the other end. Apoc. Grove. If you can, solve it. Things are dangerous. Things are bigger. She found me. And the message kind of fades.
Well, what'd he say?
He said, Apoc, take your group. You solve the mystery of the Grove. We're all counting on you. You can do it. Go, buddy. I believe in you.
I believe that.
Make an insight check. You can contest it, Aurora.
Nope. The 5.
Much higher than that.
Yeah, figured.
get the sense that that's what he said.
Ow.
Wow.
Eric,
Scratch
your
out my
characters,
heel.
honestly.
No, this is amazing storytelling. I love this.
All right. I'm gonna like just blow the band again. Say Cam's name as we go to bed.
Okay. You tuck yourself in and fall asleep with the band just slightly glowing, tucked into your sleeve. As you all bed down once more, the evening going through without a hitch in the scorched grove, waking up the next morning refreshed, you can all take a long rest.
I'm assuming Mrs. Q is going to get up early to make breakfast.
Please.
I'm going to try and get up early with her before everybody else gets up.
Okay.
Keeping an eye on the rest of the group as they're sleeping. So, Mrs. Quillam.
Yeah.
Just before we went to bed last night, we reached out to Cam, and he responded back.
Cam, is he okay?
It didn't sound like he was. I didn't have the heart to tell Apoc. I think we're gonna have to find him. But I think it would crush him to know that his best friend's not doing too well. So let's try and keep his spirits up because he's had a rough go lately.
Oh. Did he say where he was?
No, something about she found him and that the grove was dangerous.
Ah. I appreciate your concern for Apoc, but in this scenario, I think Cam isn't the sort of person to share this information unless he deems it necessary. He was always a rather secretive.
I just don't have the heart to hurt Apoc more.
He's stronger than he looks, you know.
I know you're right, but my heart can't get there yet.
I understand. So how can we go about at least trying to locate him?
I don't know, but I didn't want to keep this to myself.
Okay. I will think on it. Thank you for telling me.
And what are you making? I can help out. Can we get like some protein? It would be really helpful. It's a lot of carbs lately, and you know.
You asked for this one.
I can only
While
do something.
she's like making hash browns. She's like gracing potatoes doing hash browns. You're like, gonna have some protein.
Just like
Uh,
it's a lot of squats to keep it tight, and these carbs aren't helping that.
pick your protein.
Hey, while they're going out picking protein, Apoc's gonna come out and just go up to Mrs. Q and just be like, "Hey, Mrs. Q, did you hear the good news?
Oh,
What news?
Yeah, Cam's doing great. We heard from him last night."
You know, I did hear that we heard from Cam, and I think it might be good for us to figure out where exactly he's at right now.
Why is that? He thinks we can take down the Grove.
I think we probably can too. But
Yeah,
you know,
Aurora chatted with him.
oh my
She's such a good friend. I mean, he reached out to me and it was weird because I thought something was wrong, but no, it turns out it's perfectly fine.
do you always believe everything Cam says?
You know what? Cam doesn't really lie to me.
Does he always tell you the whole truth?
He tells me what I need to know. And he knows no matter what, we've got each other's backs. So if something was wrong, he would have told me.
can't.
Well, I believe you. I think your friendship with Cam is like none other. which is part of the reason why I kind of just want to know where he is.
I mean, we can definitely find him. Wouldn't mind seeing him,
Miles.
giving him a hug again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too. Plus, if he's done doing whatever he was left to do, we could use another hand here, you know?
Oh, that'd be great.
Perhaps we can try and locate him and send him another message. And I'll help you.
Can you send him a message?
I think I can send messages.
Andrea, we're not going to get out of breakfast at this.
I know, really not.
Hang on.
Yeah, I forgot y'all could send messages.
It's the morning, so I would have been able to change my spells, so maybe
I
I
mean, it's
haven't.
okay if you can't. I mean, we could just get Aurora to again. I'm sure she'd be able to tell us.
I don't know
She could
how
reach out and just ask where he is.
is sending what it was.
I don't know.
Sending is the spell, yeah.
Okay, let's do it. I can absolutely reach out to him. I can do it right now. I've got Aurora frying the hash browns. She's rather excited for them this morning. Only because I promised her some crispy bacon to go with it. She asked for protein. Okay. What would you like me to say? Oh, yeah.
We could just ask him, like, does it make sense for him to meet us or us to go find him? I think, like, if he's doing okay, he could come to us, right?
I think we'd have to see. You know, Cam, he's always up to his eyeballs in trouble.
Then send like a message of like a hidden.
Okay, just how about you just ask him, like, say, hey Cam, we're in the Grove. How far away are you? Would you be able to get here? We could really use your help right now.
Okay. I think, is there a limit on the number of words for this spell?
25.
25. I shall attempt to paraphrase. Hang on.
That was pretty close.
I think you were pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. But this is Mrs. Q, and it's like when old people send text messages, they still like open.
Gotcha.
She does that. So she has to paraphrase somewhat, starting with,
Yeah.
good morning, dear Cam, it's been a while. Where are you? We could use your help. We're in the Grove. 5 left.
Remember too, like you know, like what really.
Yeah. Lots of love, Mrs. Q.
Amazing.
I'm old.
XOXO. Oh my god, that's so funny. I love that. You send this message out, and you kind of wait, still taking in the early morning. Not everyone is up yet. And you kind of wait a little bit longer, wait another beat. And it gets to the point where a minute passes. 2 minutes pass. 3 minutes pass. And you don't get a response.
What would he say?
You know, maybe he's just not up yet. You know, Cam, he likes to sleep in. She's saying this like because this is what she is hoping. Not because she's trying to lie, but she is like desperately hoping that that's the reason. Maybe we could. Don't I have a thing that allows sending a friend to find someone or something?
Oh, are you thinking of your little
Right.
insect messenger?
My animal messenger,
You can grab,
a tiny beast.
yeah, one of Apoc's please.
Jeremy.
Jeremy can't leave.
What about one of the others? What about Filbert or Jameson?
Jameson could go.
Okay.
What does Jameson look like?
He's brown with a little top hat.
Didn't Jeremy have a top hat?
They were brothers.
Basically Jeremy, but like a surly whiskey baron.
Yeah.
Got a little
He's
bit
got
of
a
like
goatee.
face gruff. Mrs. Q casts animal messenger on Jameson, the flea, and says, "Please find." And she gives a description of Apoc
No.
or of Cam. Sorry. It's a flying messenger, so it can cover 50 miles in 24 hours. So I say, please go find him and tell him. Does have another limit on the number of words or not?
25 words.
Mhm.
It delivers your message. Right, okay.
This time
Okay.
you whisper it to Jameson.
Dear Cam, please respond. I'm concerned. Tell me where you are and I will come to you. Love, Mrs. Q.
XOXO.
I don't have enough space for XOXOs. That's
You're 25.
I thought it was 25, wasn't it?
Oh, I thought you were only 20.
Yeah,
No, I think that was 25.
Okay.
that was
Oh.
25.
XOXO. X.
I think the bacon's
All right.
done. It's a little
Yeah.
It's crispy. Nothing that I love more than a bit of pig meat.
I don't like that sentence.
It's so. Oh dear.
I'm not sure how to interpret that one.
Yeah, I
Apoc's trying to figure it out too.
think we all are. In game and out of game.
Yeah.
Mrs. Q just hurriedly starts passing out the plates and talking about the hash browns.
Jameson gives like a little salute with one little flea leg and starts to fly away as best he can, not knowing the direction to go in.
I have, nothing to give him.
Okay.
Well, I've sent a message, Apoc. I'm sure Cam will get back to us as soon as he can.
All right. I mean, he's doing fine, so should be no worries.
I hope you're right.
Well, that's what Aurora said.
Well then. Hash brown?
As everyone starts waking up to the smell of food, hash browns and bacon, catching the tail end of your conversation, filling up for the day and getting ready. Next in line for an adventure roll is Mrs. Q.
D8.
Oh,
What is
we-
this? It's not one of those either.
Mrs. Q's gonna find the spot.
I'm tracking you guys. Oops. I need my things.
That
5.
that elderly wisdom.
5.
Oy vey.
The most experienced in the group.
Stop it! Ugh.
A 5, you said, right?
Correct.
Okay. All right. So as you all start to tidy up Astra once more, meditating to try and figure out which way to go, You finish cleaning up as Astra kind of shakes herself out of the meditation after about 10 minutes or so, throwing her bag over her shoulder and kind of looking at all of you, giving 2 thumbs up before starting to lead the way, traveling farther east. Fine. All right, and as you start trudging, you realize the rest of you have kind of lost all sense of direction in this case. As far as you can see, it is very much dead plain. Everything just sort of this blackened hue. And if you didn't have Astra to kind of guide you through, at least in a direction, you realize that you are fully trusting her to get you where you need to go. You trudge through the morning, and as you kind of take a breather to sit down and have a little bit of food for lunch, you all start to see kind of lumbering just to the west of you. You see this like flare, this kind of intense point of light. The only thing that's really kind of broken the landscape around you for quite some time, for the 3 days you've been in here. And you watch as this light kind of starts to grow in size and take on more of like a humanoid shape.
Oh.
What are you doing?
You guys see that?
I think so.
That scales?
You can make a perception check.
Oh, it might be like a 13 or an 11. I think it's an 11.
An 11?
I think.
You're looking for scales specifically?
Yeah.
It's hard to tell how far away this thing is. It
12.
looks 12. You don't see scales
Okay.
at this distance, however far away that is.
Okay.
Does it look friendly?
Yeah, does it look dangerous?
Everyone can make a perception roll if you'd like.
$16.
11.
Aurora?
18.
Elle?
11.
11. So it's Aurora and Mrs. Q. You see as you all kind of like stop and crouch for a minute just to try and get a better idea of what this thing is. You make out 2 humanoid shapes that seems to be made of almost living flame. Very reminiscent of the fire spirits you fought at the bandit camp that came out of the fireplace when you first met Petra. Very reminiscent of the echo that you fought with Astra upon approaching the grove itself. It seems to be 2 beings made out of flame that someone rolled an 18. They seem to be almost, as best you can tell, chasing one another and then backing up and chasing the other and backing up. Never actually touching, but very much moving quickly and erratically. Not like the start of the echo that you saw. From this distance, it's hard to tell size. It's hard to tell even how far. But between you and these creatures is flat plain, flat burned landscape as you see them kind of moving forward and back and forward and back within your vision.
Sir Basil will probably ask Astra, are those echoes?
Her voice kind of hushes a bit. Echoes usually move quite slowly. They're usually completing a task and there's usually only one. Those look a bit more like elementals.
Are they
Creatures
dangerous?
made of fire. What was that?
Are they dangerous?
We have yet to meet an elemental that isn't hostile towards us. We usually just try to keep our distance if we see them. This is their terrain, not ours.
You're saying we should creep by?
It's a bit of a gamble, but if we want to try and keep moving as fast as possible, it's up to you.
They seem to be doing something.
Yeah.
Are they possibly chasing something?
What if they're child elementals? What if they're just playing tag? I don't know. They don't look like they're hurting each other.
Well, if they're child elementals and they're hostile, we're gonna have to kill kids. Is that something you want on your head, Mrs. Q? We should probably get going.
Of course I don't.
Sounds like you wanted to kill the kids.
You really didn't like the bacon this morning, huh?
It was the bacon was fantastic. I haven't had meat like that in a while.
Well then, watch the way you speak to me, young lady.
Keep your voices down. Sound travels in the scorched grove.
I think we should go around.
I agree, that's what I suggested.
Sorry, I misunderstood you.
Stay close. Pass without a trace.
Right, I probably should have warned you that this would be a good time. Yeah,
It's okay.
good idea.
I'm on top of it. It's a good day today.
All right. So, I would like everybody to make a stealth check if you are trying to sneak out of eye line of these things.
Oh dear.
Plus 10 for, right? It's plus 10 to
Yeah.
pass without a trace?
Plus 10.
I guess I have to roll for Astra too.
I'm still rolling at disadvantage.
Why are you rolling a disadvantage?
Jingle jangle.
Oh, you're jingle jangle still. Ooh.
20.
Okay. Elle,
13.
say. Basil,
I rolled a 2.
That'll be plus
I'll-
10.
Yes.
yeah, don't forget to add your 10.
It was 3 plus 10 plus 3.
Oh, you're right.
16.
Okay.
16. Mrs. Q.
24.
Okay.
20.
Okay. All right. Oh no, I lost one of my coordinates.
Oh no.
We're good. We're good. All right. As you all pack up very quickly, as quietly as you can, you actually see Astra as she's trying to fumble with her bag. It kind of gets caught, and her bag is about to fall off. Before Elle, Mrs. Q, Apoc, you all are able to kind of catch it. Elle, as you kind of reach forward, you actually feel a little gust of wind sort of help you. For the first time in a while, kind of feeling something you haven't called forth, reaching back out to you. As Astra grabs her bag and throws it back over her shoulder. And you're all able to very quietly sneak, heading in a northeasterly direction in this case. As the two elemental forms checking back over your shoulder get smaller and smaller, not seeming to have noticed your presence in the middle of the day. The rest of the day goes by pretty seamlessly, and you can see as Astra is leading you for the rest of the day, she almost starts to mumble to herself a little bit. And every so often you catch the snippet of like, there's not much grove left. It hasn't really exited the grove. We have to be getting closer. It's got to be here. It's got to be around here, as long as it doesn't move too far. You can see her kind of take out a scroll every so often from her cloak and just sort of look at their direction, jot something down while moving and tuck it back in. And as the afternoon turns back into evening, She just kind of looks at you all and gives her face a rub, starting to actually remove some of the smoke, the soot that gets kicked up as you walk from her feathers. We're getting pretty close to the northernmost part of the grove itself. As far as we know, the spot hasn't really left too far outside the grove, but if we are going to continue following it, we might actually leave the northernmost edge, depending on where it shows up tomorrow. I'll keep an eye on it tonight as much as I can before I sleep and as soon as I wake up. But we have to be getting close. How are you all feeling? We've been quite lucky so far. Nothing has been too much. It's not normally the case when scout missions come out this far into the grove.
I'm rather surprised myself. We're a bit of an accident-prone bunch.
Is what I gather. But I agree, it's almost a bit strange, even from my own experiences staying in the grove for many nights. Usually ember bats are quite prevalent. Elementals more so. Not saying they're not here, we're just getting lucky, I guess. Maybe you're all good luck charms. She kind of gives a quick glance over to Elle and a warm smile at you before giving a little bit of a shrug, brushing a bit more soot off of her cloak. I do still think we should stop for the night. We're not imminently close, but I'll keep tracking it just in case. And she starts to kind of offload, setting her bag down, getting ready for the evening. Is there anything you'd like to do to finish off the day? Aurora.
After I get the tiny hut set up for everybody, I go off, just like protect view from the rest of the group as I'll pull out my crystal ball and I'll cast locate creature to see if I can find Camembert. Anything within 1,000 feet.
You focus in, you cast the spell. The ball remains blank. Nothing within 1,000 feet.
That's it.
All right, I'm gonna go over to Elle. Hey, Elle.
Oh, I think we lost your audio, Steph.
Yeah.
There we go.
Elle, I didn't get the chance to tell you this earlier, but we heard from Cam the other day. I kind of got like this message on my band, the one that he left in my bag, and I asked Aurora to check in on him, and I guess everything's going fine.
He's doing okay?
That's what it sounds like. He wished us like the best of luck with this mission and just wants us to do good and figure out what's going on in the Grove.
Is he gonna come back to join us and help us?
I hope so. I mean, Mrs. Q wanted to like see if we can find him, but she messaged him this morning and we didn't get anything back. So maybe he's just busy.
Hmm. It's kind of weird, but maybe. Maybe
Yeah,
he's
but like
doing a
check.
maybe he's doing a job for was it Eddie? Was it Eddie his new boss?
I can't remember. Might have been Eddie.
I think his
But
name was
like,
like Eddie Twilight or something like that.
yeah, that's vaguely familiar.
Hmm.
Yeah, but like, check this out. Hey, Cam, I hope you're doing good. I,
You see the band glow.
Oh, cool. Can I talk at it?
yeah, sure, but like, if it ever glows and I don't say anything, it means it's him reaching out.
Does the band talk to you or just like I don't get it.
No, it doesn't talk, but it's kind of just like it listens. It talks to the other band.
So if it glows, does that mean something good?
It means something.
Hmm.
It means he's there. You can try.
I'm just gonna like go up and whisper, "Hello, Cam."
I'll say the glow had started to go down, and is it an attuned item?
I don't think it's attuned.
No, it doesn't need attunement.
Yeah.
Technically, it's just the wearer, but this is fun. So as the glow goes down and Elle kind of comes over and whispers, Apoc, you touch the band to complete the circle of actions, and the band glows back up once more.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It seems like a better way. I've sent Cam a couple of letters, but I mean, I'm always happy that my letters get somewhere, but strange that none of them ever come back to me.
Oh. I mean, maybe it takes some time for them to get there.
Well, yeah, that's how letters work, Apoc.
Yeah. Well, you got to be patient. When did you send them?
I send letters almost every day.
For how long?
Since I left my home. There's got to be thousands out there somewhere.
Oh. And nobody's ever written you one back?
Oh no.
No. So that's saying I don't have a post box with me. Do you think that's the problem? I haven't been putting a
Maybe.
return address.
You didn't put a return address?
Okay.
Gotta put it.
Well, we're always moving, Apoc.
Yeah, but you got to think 2 steps ahead.
I mean, the postal service is pretty good, though. My
Yeah,
dad
through-
says the letters always get to where they're going, no matter what.
Yeah, their popular slogan through ash and snow and lava and dust.
We're going through all of those things.
Yeah, we deliver the mail and they bring it back to us. You remember the next line, right?
Of course I do. But I don't need to say it. I know it.
Perfect 12-year-old response.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Right. Well, I'm gonna go get to bed. It's been a long day.
Oh yeah, we're going to sleep. I thought we were just waking up. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a
No,
good idea.
we're heading to bed.
Mrs. Q is, when she's sort of by herself, is going to try contacting Cam again through sending.
Okay.
Same general message as before.
Okay. You send out your message in a quiet moment. And again, you sit, you wait, you wait, and there is no response. I will say, with sending, it sent. The message sent. There just wasn't a response.
Mhm. If Aurora isn't asleep, Mrs. Q will say, Aurora, I have tried several times to contact Cam. Getting nothing.
Well, if he won't pick up, and I'm gonna pull up my copper wire, I'm gonna use sending, and I'm gonna try and reach out to Pip. Maybe his other half might know where he is. And hey Pip, I know I haven't called you in a while, and we haven't really had a chance to catch up on girl talk. But is Cam with you?
That's all we needed this entire time. Just do something.
You wait a beat, and a voice responds. Rory?
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen Cam in years. Not since. Look, we're tracking something. There's lots going on, okay? I'm moving forward. I want to go back. That's all you get.
Wow.
Well, he hasn't found Pip.
So who was he talking about?
I don't know. But it can't be good.
Is there anything else you can try to locate him?
I'll think about it. I'm running out of ideas.
Okay. I'll keep thinking too.
And then I'm assuming everybody else is asleep right now.
You can go for it, and if anybody wanted to do something, we can just retcon it back. No problem. If you had something you wanted to do.
I'd just go over and like tuck Apoc in and just tap on his shoulder gently.
No. No. Elle, Basil, is there anything else you wanted to do? Apoc as well? Before you went to bed.
Writing some letters. You see them just like again, like usual, just like she's getting a little bit better at like her folding technique. So they're like being folded to look like kind of like birds, but they're not always quite proportionately right. And then they just kind of like go off.
And who are they going to this time?
I think after talking with Apoc, she's gonna send one to Cam. She's gonna send one to Pip. And then she's gonna send her usual ones to Emrys, Evie, Arrow, and then another one, I think, to her siblings. Her usual. She's like a letter writing machine.
So much paper.
But they're very much like postcards. Like she's not writing a ton. She's just like taking a piece. She's got drawings on the front and like sending them out.
It's like sending, but paper form.
Yeah. Well, except
Hi.
with sending, you know whether or not they get there.
In the Scorched Grove, which you were here, XO. All right. As you all find your way to sleep at various times in various states of worry or not, we will end the session there.
Mm.
Very good.